Today we're going to install this DEI fire sleeve. Also comes with tape. Got these in two different sizes. I have in the back here, it shows 3/8 inside diameter and it's 3 feet long. And I also have 3/4 inch inside diameter and it's also 3 feet long. You'll need scissors. These are heavy duty scissors made by Milwaukee. Haven't cut this before, but I'm gonna try these scissors that I got here and go from there. And next we'll be getting in the car and pulling out the harness for each gauge that I had installed in my previous videos, and we are going to heat loom the wiring harnesses that go to each sensor under the hood. So we'll go inside the car here in a second and I'll show what we'll be doing in there. Okay, now we're inside the car. You can see here we have the AEM gauges, and we're going to pull this gauge pod out, and we're gonna label each wiring harness for each gauge, so when I pull them out through the firewall, they're not mixed up. So we're going to use this Dymo Rhino 4200 label maker, and I'll show you guys how to use that. So let's get started and we'll get these gauges pulled out. And so we're going to turn on our label maker. I'm going to go outside the car so this will be a little bit easier to see. Alright, so this is a label maker. Okay, so we're just going to type in fuel. Fuel gauge. Alright, so it's too long. So we'll just put fuel. Okay, and then we're just gonna hit print, spit it out, and then you just hit this side button here, has the scissors on it, cuts it, and there it prints it out. It's not really focusing. Okay, so that's fuel. And then we'll erase this here. And then we'll do oil. Okay, hit print. Okay. And then I'll do the last gauge, will be the AFR gauge. So we'll just do A F R. Okay, so that one fits. Okay, let's hit print. Okay. All right, so we have them all printed. Turn this off. And we'll go back in the car. Okay, so each of these labels have a sticky back. Just fold it in half. And it'll come apart. Okay. We'll just go ahead and unplug it. Okay. Stick it on there like that. And just wrap it around. And that's what it looks like when it's done. Okay, we'll do it to the next gauge. Okay, that's it for labeling, and we'll get these pulled out. Okay, so I got the first harness taken out of the vehicle, unplugged it from the gauge in the car, and unplugged it from the sensor under the engine there, the oil pressure sensor. This is the harness for that. So let's open up this DEI kit. So you get a little bit of heat tape here, like I mentioned earlier, and then this is 3/8 diameter, and it comes in 3 feet. So that's what it looks like. So the portion we want to heat sleeve is the part that's closest to the actual sensor, because that's going to be exposed to the most heat. So so in order to get this on here, we have to go over the whole harness. Let's see if this even slide through there, which it doesn't. Okay, so I tried to take this connector apart as I showed you earlier. It does come apart, but the way they made the harness, or the pins that slide in here, you slide the wire all the way through. So all these wires go all the way through here. They strip them back, they crimp on the pins, and then you slide it in and then it locks. So basically, once this is made, you can't take it apart. If I had these pins here, you could take it apart, but basically one time only. And basically try taking this pin apart after it's crimped onto the wire, you're gonna ruin it. There's no way you're gonna be able to save it. And these kind of get mangled taking these out of here as it is. So I had to fix the tabs and everything for when you push the two together, and so the pins make contact with the pins on here, the male and female pins, and so I had to do that and then fix all the pins to where they lock back in when you slide it through, and then they lock. So it's just this way it's designed. You could cut it if you wanted to, but I really don't want to do all that. I want to hack it up. So I have a different plan here. So basically all I did, there's this other connector on this side that plugs in the inside to the gauges, and I tried sliding it through earlier, and it's this squared piece here doesn't allow it to slide through this sleeve. It's fiberglass insulated. So my next idea is I just wrap this in tape here, just like once around, got it nice and tight, put a little tail on it, so when it gets to the edge or to the end of pushing it through, I can kind of grab it because it might get a little bit hard towards the end. So we're just gonna push this in here and see how this goes, and start with that. So it's pushing in there okay. See how far I go. This is 3 feet. So unfortunately, since they designed this harness where it's all together, the power for the harness itself plus the plug kind of makes it super thick, so it's hard to push it through here. Keep working it until you can get it. I'm only be able to put the farther I go is the less I'm able to push at a time through here. So should be pretty close. Oh yeah, so it's right there. So I got like 2 inches left, 1.5 inches. Okay. So there you go. Got it through. So I gotta push or pull all this stuff through here. So I had this connector on here. Well, it's zip tied, so it was out of the way. The car, so I had to cut this off. I'll do it later. So you want this to go all the way to the connector like that, and then the power part, which goes in the car, which you don't really need to run through here, but again, it's all one piece. So let me go unwrap this. I don't need this anymore, and you guys can see it. So that's what the connector looks like, but they widen it off all together. That's what made it really hard to go through here. So this one's gonna be the power. So this is the one we want to pull all the way through because this is going in the car. So that's what it looks like when it's all done. This part goes to the sensor down underneath the engine there, and then all this here goes in the car. All right, so we'll stop there, and then we'll catch you back in a little bit. Okay, so we have this where we want it, and before I fish this through the engine bay, I'm gonna use this tape that they supply. This they call it fire tape. Right here, so you get 16 inches of that. So I didn't have to cut this at all because it's really not that long. for the amount that I have to run. So I had a chance to try cutting this with with scissors. This is like a really elastic. It just kind of seals itself as you rip it. It's kind of like electrical tape, but this is for higher heat applications, like what we're doing right now. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Enough, we'll go and wrap it. So you just want to go half the length or the width of the tape and then just overlap it in half the length, sorry, the width of the tape. Until it tears. Okay, we're gonna go back over this bottom here. Use up the rest of this. That's what it looks like. Alright, we'll get this wired through, and that's it for wiring up with the DEI fire sleeve and the tape. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.